Have you ever asked yourself, what really happened to the strength that once made you feel unshakable when you looked in the mirror? I'm not talking about bulging muscles or youthful agility. I mean that deep-rooted sense that you were whole, in control, and full of vitality. And yet, somewhere after turning 60, things begin to shift. Your legs tire faster, your energy dips, sleep becomes broken, and suddenly, it feels like the body you've always trusted is slipping away. Most people blame aging, but here's the truth: I don't buy that. And neither does science. I'm Dr. James, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of clinical experience helping older men reclaim their strength, confidence, and vitality. And what I've learned through thousands of cases is this: most of what we chalk up to aging is actually a preventable deficiency, not of youth, but of critical building blocks your body needs at the exact time it can regenerate. What almost no one realizes is that your body doesn't heal or rebuild during the daytime while you're working or stressing. It heals at night, during sleep, but only if it has the right tools to do so. Here's the twist: the 3 nutrients that are absolutely essential for strong nerves, healthy blood flow, and maintaining muscular control are often completely missed right before bed. And without them, the nervous system begins to misfire, circulation slows down, and the man you used to be slowly fades into the background. I'm not here to promise miracles, but I will show you a way to rekindle the strength you thought was gone without expensive drugs, harsh workouts, or fighting your body. Instead, you'll learn how to work with it. Tonight, with just one simple bedtime habit and the smart use of B12, D3, and K2, you can start to restore your energy, improve sleep, and reconnect with the man you used to feel like, or maybe someone even better. So if you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, where did that strong version of me go? This video is for you, and stay tuned until the end, because I'll also reveal the most overlooked nutrient, the one silently responsible for how your nerves fire, how your legs move, and how deeply connected you feel in every aspect of life. Before we get started, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This channel is where I share solutions tailored for men over 60 who want to take back control from the inside out. And if this topic speaks to you, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, leave a 0. I read every response, and your feedback helps me make this even better for you. 1. Vitamin B12, the nutrient that reconnects nerves and restores vitality. Have you ever noticed a strange tingling in your feet, maybe a slight numbness or a sluggishness in your step, and brushed it off as just getting older? What if I told you that what you're feeling might not be age at all? What if it's your body whispering or even begging for something it's been missing for far too long? Let me take you back to one of the most unforgettable cases of my career. His name was Harold, a 68-year-old retired Navy veteran, proud, disciplined, the kind of man who had always stood tall. But that day in my clinic, he walked in with a slight tremble in his legs. His voice, low and uncertain, carried a weight heavier than just fatigue. "Doc," he said, "I just don't feel like myself anymore. My legs, they're slower. I'm off balance, and I'm losing strength everywhere." Then he looked down, ashamed to even say it out loud. But Harold's story isn't rare. In fact, it's becoming painfully common among men over 60, and more often than not, the missing piece is vitamin B12. You see, B12 isn't just another vitamin. It's the very compound your nervous system relies on to communicate. It wraps your nerves in a protective layer called myelin. Imagine it like the insulation around an electrical wire. Without it, signals from your brain to your muscles start to falter. They misfire, they lag, or sometimes they simply don't arrive. And for many men, the first place this breakdown shows up, their legs, and later, in the bedroom, where confidence and sensation quietly fade away. Here's the deeper problem. After age 60, your stomach naturally produces less hydrochloric acid, the very thing needed to extract B12 from food. So even if you're eating steak, eggs, or fish, your body may still be starving for B12 and not even know it. And the deficiency doesn't strike like lightning. It sneaks in. First with a subtle numbness in the toes, then tight calves, then maybe a misstep here or there. And then, one day, you feel like you're losing touch, not just with your body, but with yourself. When I explained this to Harold, I also told him something I'm now sharing with you. It's not your fault, but it is something you can fix. The key is taking the right form of B12 methylcobalamin about 30 minutes before bed. This version bypasses the gut entirely and goes straight into your bloodstream, delivering exactly what your nerves need to repair and restore. Within 2 weeks, Harold told me the numbness had started to ease. By week 4, his stride had returned, and so had his laughter. This wasn't magic. It was targeted support, given at the exact time his body was most ready to rebuild. During sleep, because that's the truth. Nighttime isn't just for rest, it's when your nervous system heals, your muscles recover, and your true strength has a chance to return. But here's where most men stop too soon. B12 alone won't complete the transformation. To truly recover power, restore blood flow, and revive your inner confidence, you need one more nutrient. It's something most people only associate with sunlight, but its role in nighttime hormone balance, muscle recovery, and nerve signaling is far more vital than you might think. We'll talk about that next. But first, I'd love to know, have you ever experienced unexplained numbness, weakness, or even a loss of drive that didn't quite make sense to you? Drop a yes or no in the comments. Your story might just help someone else recognize the signs. 2. Vitamin D3. The nutrient that builds strength in muscles, hormones, and blood flow. Have you ever felt like you're still fully alive on the inside, but your body just isn't keeping up? That exact thought echoed in the voice of one of my patients, Tom, 71 years old. Sharp mind, strong will, the kind of man who never let life push him around. But behind closed doors, his confidence was fading. Dr. James, he told me quietly, I still feel like myself inside, but my body doesn't follow. I'm slower, I'm weaker, and I've lost the desire I used to have with my wife. It's like something inside me is fading, and I can't get it back. That conversation stuck with me, not because it was rare, but because I've heard it from so many men. And more often than not, the hidden culprit is something deceptively simple, a lack of vitamin D3. Most people think of D3 as the bone vitamin, the one you get from sunlight. And while that's technically true, what few men realize is that D3 is also one of your body's most powerful tools for muscle regeneration, hormone production, and optimal blood flow, especially to the places that matter most. The challenge. After age 60, your body's ability to convert sunlight into usable D3 drops by up to 75%. So even if you're walking outdoors every day, chances are your levels are still too low. And when D3 is low, testosterone tends to be low. Circulation, follows. And so does that underlying strength behind every step you take and every intimate moment you hope to enjoy. Tom was stunned when I explained that taking D3 in the morning wasn't nearly as helpful as he thought. Why? Because the body does its deepest repair work at night. That's when testosterone surges, when muscle tissue rebuilds, and when blood vessels relax and expand. If your body doesn't have D3 circulating during those nighttime hours, it misses the window to restore itself. So I gave Tom a simple routine: 2000 IU of vitamin D3 right before bed, with a small spoonful of almond butter for better absorption. No extreme change, no intense workout, just a subtle adjustment at the right time. Within 2 weeks, he told me he was sleeping more soundly. By the end of the month, his words were clear and proud. "Doc, for the first time in months, I wake up feeling ready again." Because that's the real story with D3. It's not just about bones. It's about helping you reclaim the power that makes you feel like a man again. But here's the twist: D3 can't do its job alone. Without the final piece of this puzzle, a nutrient that acts like a traffic controller inside your body, even the best intentions can go sideways. Without it, D3 can send calcium to the wrong places, into your joints, your arteries, leading to stiffness, clogs, even pain. But with it, everything flows smoothly, precisely, and the results can be nothing short of remarkable. I'll tell you exactly what that nutrient is and why it's likely the missing link in your recovery, coming up next. Before we get there, I'd love to know, do you take vitamin D3 daily? And have you ever noticed a difference in how your body responds based on the time of day you take it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience might just help another man reconnect with his strength. 3. Vitamin K2. The forgotten vitamin that guides blood flow where it's needed most. Have you ever wondered why, even after taking all the right supplements, you still feel stiff, heavy in the legs, or disconnected from your vitality? Could it be that something important, something almost no one talks about, is quietly missing? Among all the nutrients I've discussed with my patients over the years, vitamin K2 is the one that nearly always draws blank stares. Most men have never even heard of it, and yet it might just be the missing key behind why your knees ache, your calves feel tight, or why circulation seems sluggish, especially in the most private areas of life, where confidence matters most. Let me tell you about Roger, a 74-year-old retired carpenter. Hard-working, no-nonsense. The kind of guy who spent a lifetime using his hands and standing on his feet. When he came to see me, he complained of knee pain, tightness in his calves, and what he called a deep stiffness that stretching just couldn't fix. Then, with a bit of hesitation, he admitted something more vulnerable: intimacy had become difficult. "It feels like my body's working against me," he said. We ran some tests, reviewed his supplements. He was taking D3, which was great, but he was missing something crucial: K2. Here's what most men don't know. Vitamin D3 helps you absorb calcium into your bloodstream, but without K2, your body doesn't know where to send it. And calcium, as vital as it is, becomes dangerous when it's misdirected. Without K2, calcium can get stuck in your arteries, joints, and soft tissues, leading to stiffness, inflammation, and painful blockages. But with K2, it's like having a traffic controller in your system, guiding calcium into your bones where it belongs, and out of the places that slow you down. That means better circulation, more mobile joints, and a renewed sense of movement and vitality both during the day and at night. I started Roger on 200 mcg of K2 in MK7 form, taken alongside his evening dose of D3. A month later, he told me something remarkable. "My legs feel lighter," he said. "My knees don't ache anymore. But the best part," and here he chuckled, "I woke up one morning and let's just say things were moving in the right direction again." The magic of K2 doesn't stop there. It also activates a special protein that encourages muscle and bone repair during sleep. And it supports how your muscle cells regulate blood sugar, which is especially important for men dealing with prediabetes or poor circulation. And yet, this nutrient is almost never advertised, never promoted, and rarely recommended unless you know exactly what to look for. But don't let that fool you. Sometimes, the most powerful support for your body is the one no one's talking about. So let me ask you, have you ever taken vitamin D3 without pairing it with K2? If so, you're not alone. Drop a comment below with yes or no. Your experience may open someone else's eyes. Coming up next, I'll walk you through a simple, science-based bedtime routine that combines all three nutrients, B12, D3, and K2, in a way that supports deeper sleep, nerve repair, and the return of real strength. 4. Nightly routine for rebuilding male vitality. Simple, effective, repeatable. What if the key to feeling stronger each morning wasn't about doing more, but simply doing better with less? Now that you know the three essential vitamins your body craves after 6O, B12, D3, and K2, the next step is making sure you're taking them the right way, at the right time, in the right form. And when it comes to recovery, the hours before bed are sacred. This is when your body has the quiet space it needs to rebuild, muscle by muscle, signal by signal, cell by cell. In my work with older men, I always emphasize one truth: health doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need 20 bottles of supplements, a shelf full of prescriptions, or a rigid routine that wears you out before you even start. Most of the time, the biggest breakthroughs come from what you do consistently, especially at night, when no one's watching but your body is working. I've seen it too often. Men who feel tired, heavy in their legs, weak in the bedroom. They've tried everything except the one thing their body was truly missing: a simple, peaceful nightly routine. Let me walk you through the exact evening plan I gave to Charles, a 69-year-old retired firefighter. He came to me with a quiet frustration. "I still want to feel strong," he said. "I want to wake up ready, not worn out." So we started with something small but powerful, a 3-step nighttime routine, 30 minutes before bed. Charles placed a 1000 mcg methylcobalamin B12 tablet under his tongue, not swallowed, but left to dissolve slowly and enter the bloodstream directly, bypassing digestion. Then he took 2000 IU of vitamin D3 along with 200 mcg of K2-MK7, paired with a small spoonful of almond butter. That healthy fat helped both vitamins absorb better. No heavy meals, no stress, just a calm moment of preparation. A message to his body: you're safe. You can recover now. He kept his supplements next to his toothbrush and a glass of water, part of the wind-down ritual. And after just 2 weeks, he texted me, "Doc, I woke up feeling stronger. My legs don't ache anymore. I don't know if it's the vitamins or the timing, but something's working." That's the power of timing. When you give your body the right support at the moment it's designed to heal, it knows what to do. It's not about hacks. It's about honoring how your body was built to rebuild gently, gradually, consistently. But here's something most men overlook. Even the best vitamins won't deliver results if your body can't absorb or circulate them effectively. That's why, in the final part of this video, I'm going to share 3 small daily habits that act like rocket fuel, helping your nighttime nutrients create real, lasting results you can feel in your muscles, your energy, and your sense of self. Before we get there, I'd love to hear from you. Do you have a nighttime routine, or has it been a while since your body had one? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every reply, and your story may be the encouragement another man needs. Let's move on to those final 3 game-changing habits coming up next. 5. The foundational habits that supercharge the effects of these vitamins. Let me ask you something. Even with the right vitamins in hand, what if your body still can't use them properly? What if you're planting the best seeds, but the soil just isn't ready? I often tell my patients, nutrients can only work as well as your body allows them to. Think of your internal system like a garden. You can have the best seeds in the world, but if the soil is dry, the sunlight is blocked, and there's no room to grow, nothing will thrive. That's why I call these next habits the foundational pillars, the daily behaviors that quietly turn moderate improvement into real transformation. Let's start with the first pillar, hydration. Now, I know you've heard this before. Drink water, but you'd be surprised how many older men underestimate the effect even mild dehydration has on circulation. Your blood thickens, your muscles stiffen, and those powerful nutrients, B12, D3, K2, struggle to travel to where they're needed most. One of my patients, Doug, 73 years old, told me, I thought I was drinking enough, but he was just sipping here and there. I had him set a simple timer, 1 glass of water every 90 minutes during the day. Within 2 weeks, his muscle cramps eased up, his sleep improved. And get this, he reported more energy even before starting the supplements. The second pillar, a lighter evening meal. Many men eat a heavy dinner, loaded with starches, bread, pasta, desserts, not realizing this weighs down their digestive system right when the body should be focused on repair. Instead of processing vitamins, your body's busy breaking down a big bowl of spaghetti. What I recommend, a palm-sized portion of lean protein with some steamed green vegetables that does more for your overnight strength than any elaborate feast. And finally, movement. Just 5 minutes of gentle lower body movement before bed. Ankle rolls, hill lifts, or slow walking in place can dramatically enhance blood flow to your legs, muscles, and yes, even your masculine strength. One man told me, I thought stretching was for athletes, but this tiny bedtime routine changed how I felt when I woke up. None of these habits require a gym, expensive gear, or massive lifestyle shifts. They just require presence and a bit of commitment. When paired with your nightly vitamins, they create an internal healing environment that you'll feel from head to toe, physically stronger, mentally sharper, emotionally more connected to who you are. And now, maybe you're wondering, how long will it take before I notice a real difference? Stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll walk you through what to expect in 7, 14, and 30 days, and why the first morning you wake up feeling strong again might just surprise you. But before we move on, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 3 pillars, hydration, lighter dinners, or bedtime movement, do you think will make the biggest difference for you? Type 1 for water, 2 for evening meals, or 3 for movement, and let's learn from each other. 6. The final step. Your comeback starts tonight. Maybe you're thinking, can something this simple really make a difference? And I want to look you in the eye, wherever you are, and tell you yes. Not because it's magic, but because your body still knows how to heal. It's never forgotten. You've now seen the science. B12, D3, and K2 are not just supplements, they're signals. Signals that tell your nerves to reconnect, your muscles to rebuild, your blood to move freely, and your confidence to rise from within. When you combine these with hydration, mindful eating, and just a few minutes of evening movement, you're not just treating symptoms. You're restoring the rhythm your body has been craving for years. The men I've worked with didn't become someone else. They simply returned to the version of themselves they thought was gone for good. Stronger legs, clearer energy, a renewed spark in the bedroom, and above all, a quiet confidence that comes from working with your body, not against it. So here's my invitation. Tonight, just begin. Lay out your B12, take your D3 and K2 with that spoon of almond butter, drink your water, keep dinner light, move a little, and then rest knowing that you've done something real for yourself. No one needs to see it. No one needs to praise it, but you will feel it. And when you wake up tomorrow, maybe you'll notice something smaller, little more energy, a little less ache. That's where it starts. Healing doesn't arrive with fireworks. It arrives quietly, steadily, with every small act of care you choose each night. If this video resonated with you, helped you, or even just gave you hope, please take a moment to like it. Share it with a friend or family member who may be struggling too, and leave a comment below. I read them all. Your story matters. Whether you're just starting or already on the journey, we're walking this road together, one man, one night, one step at a time. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I gently encourage you to do so. Tap the bell so we can keep growing this space, a community that believes growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. It means getting wiser and healing smarter. Let's begin again tonight.